Beep, beep, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here we are at Penmar Antique Market. This is located on 11870 Buchanan Trail East, or otherwise known as Route 16, just outside of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. And we were here 2 months ago, but dog shows brought us back into this area again. So this is check to see if anything's changed since then. Here's a bunch of random different cards here, non-sports, mostly baseball, but there's some football and looks like some puzzle pieces and assorted other things. That one had mostly baseball cards in it, but as you can see, each of these containers sort of has a mixture of things. And this seller also had some starting lineups on this wall. Plus some assorted other toys. Not far from this seller, there was another wall of starting lineups, baseball and hockey and basketball. And this is not something I collect, so I don't know much about them. But I do see them out in the wild often. That one there looks like it's $3. That's also priced at $3. That's Charlie Hayes, back when he was with the Rockies. And zoom out so you can see that. Here's some supplies. And right now, those top loaders are going for between $4 and $7, depending on the size. So you should probably grab some of them before the prices go up. I don't think I need to explain what's going on out there right now. So there's a bunch of new product in this case. And some older stuff, not too far back, but a lot of 2024 blaster boxes. And there's some hobby boxes as well. Prices seem fair for an antique mall. You might be able to find some of these things cheaper on eBay. But if you just happen to be in the area and don't feel like waiting for something to get mailed to you, this is a good way to pick up something. So just factor that into the cost. If it costs just a little bit more and it's a convenience, sometimes it's worth biting. They have a bunch of unusual things in here, some leaf stuff as well as some onyx I've seen. Here's some of the unlicensed baseball offerings out there. So that's something I rarely see out in the wild. This is the only seller I know of that sells some of this stuff. And this seller also had some storage boxes pictured here. Plus they sold more than just baseball cards and sports cards. They have some of the larger boxes up there, but we'll go over here and show you that they also have some non-sports stuff like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and things like that of that nature. And this case also has some more stuff. This seller had a wall of cards, and the last time I was here, I briefly looked at them. We'll get back to that after we see what's in this case. There's a 1970 Topps Steve Carlton. That one's priced at $18. I think the 68 Clemente might be $75. I'm trying to refresh my memory on that one. And there's some cards from 69 and 68. And we'll get back to this wall of cards. So the last time I was here, I decided to skip this, but this time I looked at them a little more closely, and I found some, I think, for me at least, decent cards. I was a little worried about what they were stored in because they're just sort of like big, giant, like team bag kind of things. And some of them didn't have any further protection inside, but I thought I'd take a chance. And what you can do, since this place had sellers selling storage boxes is I bought a box for $1, and at the cash register, after the lady priced everything and I paid for it, I put the cards in the box to protect them. Most of the cards here are from the 60s. That was a pretty nice selection. And at the end of the video, I'll go over what I got here, and I picked up quite a few from there. Here's some more top loaders. These are priced at $3.50 each, so if you're short on them, that's not a bad price for a box of top loaders. And there were some mystery packs in those larger boxes of football cards. And here's some more storage boxes, both for sports cards and what look like comic books, I believe. Here's another one of these Orioles sheets. I don't remember what those were called. I think they came out in the 90s. And this signed photograph of Al Weiss from 1969. That is priced at $49.95. And a Cal Ripken magazine. Here's a random assortment of 1988 Topps Royals cards. I don't know what else to say about this. They're not contained in any packaging, and there's no pricing at all on them, but they're just sitting there. Some non-sports in this case. I think the Xena the Warrior Princess, and I think that's X-Files. And there's some minor league card sets on that shelf. And down below are some Star Wars cards. And it looks like they're priced at $45.95 for each plastic case they're in. Now, this seller also had a Buck Rogers in the 25th Century lunchbox, which I don't recall if I saw this the last time there. I watched that show a lot when I was a young teenager, so this was interesting, and got a price tag of $50 on that. $40 for the Happy Days lunchbox. That looks like that's seen better days. But when we were kids, we never imagined that these things would eventually be collectible someday. And there's the Rat Patrol. And I think I had a Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox when I was a kid, and well, that's long since gone. Here's some more supplies, boxes, top loaders, penny sleeves, plus supplies for other collectibles like coins. So if you're short on top loaders, better go get them soon. Here we are at the dog show, Eisenhower All-Star Sports Complex. This is the Bernese Mountain Dog National Specialty, which happens annually. And this time it was on the East Coast in Gettysburg. And this is the first group. There were 83 champion male dogs, I believe. So Cody was in this first group. Cody's still young, so it's hard for him to compete against these older, bigger dogs, but he did very well here. And this is the first showing where they all come into the ring. For my next Antique Mall video, which will be yesteryear in Hanover, PA, I'll show Cody as he's getting judged. This is all from the same dog show. The previous video showed the check-in. And here they are, all the dogs in this first group. And as you can imagine, with that many dogs, this went on all day long. And when we arrived home, several hours later, they were still judging for best of breed. So the judge is just looking over the dogs while they're all standing next to each other. I don't know much about judging myself, but this is something I see them regularly do. And briefly, they're going to run around the ring. She's giving the signal to go ahead and do that. So everybody gets ready. And Cody's a little rambunctious there at the beginning, but he regains his control. And there he comes. So right after this, I'm going to go over what I got here at Penmar Antique Market. So stay tuned for that. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed that brief tour of Penmar Antique Market in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, located on Route 16, 11870 Buchanan Trail East. And I definitely picked up quite a few cards from that seller that had the cards on the wall in these oversized team bags. As you can see, there's a hole here where they, I guess, put it into some kind of hook. And these cards are actually not too bad shape, I think. Some of them show a little bit of wear. This is a 1969 Topps Claude Osteen, I'm sorry. That one is priced at $1.65. We got a John Roseboro from 67 Topps. This one is $1.40. I'll show you the backs of these. They're pretty clean. Generally, mostly like not big name stars, but stars nonetheless from back in the day. Not real pricey ones, but still, I think some pretty neat ones. And these were definitely ones I didn't have. At least I don't believe I've had. We got 1959 Topps Camilo Pascual. This was $1.35. There's the back of that one. Roy Sievers, $1.35 for that. That's got the gray back instead of the white back. They came with two different backs. I don't know much about the story of that. I probably should have looked that up before I filmed, but always flying by the seat of my pants. Ralph Terry from the same set for $1.30, and that one also has the gray back. Granny Hamner for $1.30. That one's got the white back. Kurt Simmons for $1.25. That one has the white back. Johnny Antonelli for $1.25. That has the white back. Gus Zernial for $1.25. That looks like that's also the white back. 1958 Larry Jackson. This was $1.20. 1964 Ron Perinoski, $1.15. Not too bad. I was surprised at what I found there. 1965 Topps Bob Allison. This was $1.10. And Kurt Simmons for $1.25. Dick Hauser, $1.25. Later became Royals manager in the 80s. 1967 Bob Veal, $1.20. And Zoilo Versailles. I think if I mispronounce that, do correct me. That $1.60, I believe, for that one. And 1969 Freddie Paultek. This is his rookie card. That was 75 cents. Definitely one I didn't have. And from a different seller, the first one in the video, I did pick up this 1980 Topps Ron Say. This was $1. This was one missing from my 1980 set, and I do bring along. I have like a Google, the Google Sheets app, and I have like a checklist of a couple sets I'm trying to complete. 1980, I'm getting very close to completing. I'm working on 1977, and I also have checklists for 76, 75, and 73, although I'm not really focused on those as much. But that's just in case I see some decent looking cards, including common cards if they are out in the wild and if they're priced right. I will definitely check my spreadsheets and see if I have them or not, and it'll determine on if I get any or not. That one's in pretty good shape, I'd say. I guess that's about what it goes for on eBay, is about $1. I think the Beckett catalog probably has it priced a bit lower than that. But that's what I got at Penmar Antique Market in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So thanks so much for watching. Say hi to Grimace and Omar the Orange Monster. Blah, 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 blah. And there's Nathan, our resident gnome. Boop, boop, boop. So I bid you adieu. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Please do leave a beep beep in the comments section, and I will try and beep back at you. Take care, everybody. Beep, beep.